mugs that fell behind that we need to get out.
All right, we're live. Good morning, afternoon.
Good afternoon, Johnny.
Good afternoon. I don't know. I'm still not fully used to doing these videos in the afternoon. But good afternoon, everyone who is watching along with us. Nick, happy April Fool's Day.
Yeah, happy April Fool's Day.
We got you pretty good this morning.
Fucking jokes on fucking me.
Yes. Oop, my computer's
To my defense, I never know what's going on with AJ.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just like everybody else. Everyone thinks I'm his brother, and everyone thinks that I fucking know what's going on here. I'm the last guy to know what's going on around here.
Yeah. Well.
I wasn't ruling it out.
Well, no, you saw me cutting the basketball in half.
Yeah, I thought you were doing something for content.
It was for content.
I mean, yes, it was, but I thought it was something else for content.
Nonetheless, go check out our April Fool's prank if you want to go see it's on our YouTube. Oh, it's not a prank. It's real. We're actually launching the basketball. It's real, definitely. Yeah. Big Nick, you want to hit us with the intro?
Yes. We got episode, what fucking, see, this whole, like, every other day, I don't know what fucking number. 480?
Oh, 4. We're not that high up there.
380.
398.
Fuck. Yeah. I had no idea what number we were on.
Yeah, you're a little
398.
A little off.
All right, episode 398. Make sure you like and subscribe. We hope you're having a wonderful morning or afternoon, depending on where you are. And make sure it's just Johnny and I here today. So if you got any questions for us, we're here. If you got any special requests from anybody, Rory's just to our right. Sully and Kevin are to our left. Ostrich is not available because I'm making him not available for being a fucking asshole.
I mean, if we're talking about like girls pooping and stuff like that, we might have to calm down.
I mean, there's a code. There's code. Somebody has to say something that's gonna make me want to bring Casey down here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So, but all right, without further ado, Johnny's gonna give you a wrap of what's going on this weekend, and then we're gonna have some topics. We got a couple of topics we're gonna talk about today, and one that I just found out about 5 minutes before the show, which is very disturbing.
All right, we'll start with that one. But first, before we get into that,
that's an April Fool's too. Sully, you fucking told me it wasn't April Fool's. Are you fucking? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking with me? It's real news. Sully Kaepernick's to the Pats. You're a piece of shit. All you are going to fucking hell.
all right, well, Nick just.
Are you fucking kidding me? Roy, it's a fucking joke. It's a fucking April Fool's joke. Fucking you motherfucking assholes. I fucking can't stand you motherfuckers. What the fuck? I'm gonna take your head and I'm gonna stick it in the ground. The next thing's gonna be your fucking head. I swear the next guy who pulls a fucking joke on me like a middle school shit, I'm gonna rip your heart out.
That's him. That's him. That's all him.
I'm gonna tear your fucking heart out.
Fools.
Yeah, the fool's on you because I'm coming at you with one of these.
Sully, I told you not to do it.
You fucking pieces of shit. He showed it to me on a fucking camera.
Oh man. So the April. Well, that one broke. The wheels.
Man, fuck this shit. I hate this chair anyway.
So my defense, I thought it was real.
Sully thought it was real.
Oh, in my defense, suck my dick.
Oh man. So the news was that Sully told Big Nick.
You fucking assholes.
Big Nick was told that Julian Edelman signed with the Patriots. I will show you the tweet that he tweeted out.
You know, I want to first apologize to Rory because I thought that Sully was giving me actual information. I wasn't trying to pull a fucking fast one with you. He fucking over here telling me, and he showed me on the fucking thing. You know what Roy said? Roy said, are you sure it's not an April Fool's joke? But no, I trusted you, Sully. Now all my trust with you is fucking down to hell. Right where you belong.
So here's the post,
I'm
Nick.
going home.
The post says Buccaneers signed Julian Edelman, and then literally on the post he writes April
Well,
Fools.
he fucking didn't show me that part. He just showed me the fucking little part. Fucking A. I apologize, Roy. I wasn't fucking doing that on purpose. You got fucking assholes that work here. Fucking A.
Yeah, so you can never trust any news that comes out today.
Fuck.
But there's some news that did come out today.
Is this an April Fool's too that the guy eats candy and that's how he has a six-pack?
No, we'll talk about that a little bit later.
I'd love to be on that fucking diet.
So here's the things we got coming out today, this weekend over on YouTube. Tomorrow we got a TikTok game, gender swap celebrities. Excuse me. We try to guess the celebrities based off our TikTok game, gender swaps, whatever. Tomorrow we got a WrestleMania. On Sunday we got WrestleMania quiz. So Saturday, Sunday is WrestleMania. John and Dante have some content coming out for that. So be on the lookout for that coming out this weekend. If you're listening to this as a podcast or watching us live for YouTube for the first time, go subscribe to our Patreon. You can see us live on Mondays and Wednesdays doing this show at 1 p.m. You can join in on the conversation there. I think that's what a way to start the show.
Sully, you're on my most wanted list. You better sleep with your eyes open, fucker, because I'm gonna come at you when it's not April Fool's Day, and you're gonna wish it was Christmas. Yeah, and I'm gonna give you a fucking foot up your ass.
All right, what a way to start the show. Happy April Fool's.
Casey, don't get me fucking started with you. You better shut that door, you little pussy.
All right.
Fool's Day. Fool's all on you fuckers. Everybody's here not safe except for everyone's. Only two people that are safe in here right now currently are Johnny and Rory. Everybody else, I'm taking your heads off. Don't fucking tell me, Kevin. You know the whole plan. I'm going to give you a time. I'm going to make you fucking tap dance to your fucking toes bleed. Yeah, I didn't know shit either. So does your mother. You got me so fucking worked up right now. I wish I was working out again. I'm going to pop a fucking blood vessel. I'm sorry, John. You got to get this heat off.
No, it's good. I like this.
Fucking, I'm starting to feel those fucking, what are they, not meat sweats, but the fucking fool's sweats.
April Fool's sweats?
Yeah. Shit. How many Celsius did you have today? I haven't even touched my fucking bang yet.
Oh, no. Oh, man.
You better keep your eyes open in Brighton. 'Cause that's not the only open house you're going to be going to.
Cool. All right, let's get this thing started.
You look at me again, Tada, I'm going to fucking kill you. I'm telling you right now. Don't fucking look at me. Don't look at me. You and I were supposed to be friends, and you fucking turn around and you stab me in the back. You think Johnny did something like that to me? No.
Someone comes over, he's like, I got breaking news, I gotta tell Nick.
And you couldn't have said, hey, radio in, radio in.
I knew nothing about it.
You knew nothing about it. I would be surprised if your car tips over when you go home today.
Oh, my.
I'm going to give you more candy than fucking DK Metcalf eats. And I'm talking about lollipops. You got suck on that.
All right, let's get started. Got a lot to talk about today. Ready? Some deep breathing. Into the mouth, out through the nose. Let's get zen. Let's get calm.
Ooh, meditation.
Nobody pranked Big Nick today, okay? He's on edge. Okay. All right, we're good.
I got it out.
All right, cool. So let's just start. We got a lot to talk about. Do you want to start with football? We can start with baseball. We got a little bit of everything. Let's start with football. So we didn't talk about this story. It happened on Wednesday. Bruce Arians officially out as head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, stepping down and retiring, giving way for Todd Bowles to be the new head coach.
Here's the thing I don't understand. Why would Todd Bowles, of all people, replace him? Why wouldn't it be Brian Leftwich? That's his guy. That's Brady's guy.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Bowles did a great job with that defensive unit in the Super Bowl. And he's the one who stifled, was able to stifle Patrick Mahomes. And like that, he's had head coaching experience. It's a pretty slide in place. And I think it's really just Brady being able to control the offense. Bowles will control the defense. So Brady's going to be the offensive coordinator pretty much. Even Leftwich is there, but
he's a puppet.
He's a puppet for Brady. So Brady's get to be the offensive coordinator for this team.
Bowles is a puppet too.
Yeah, he does that on defense.
Yeah, I'm talking but I'm talking about overall. Like Brady's gonna do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah.
I still believe he did whatever the fuck he wanted with Arians there either too.
Yeah, definitely. But I think those two hated each other. I think everyone hates Arians. Arians seems like a piece of shit.
I love when Brady was like.
The mic a little closer to you.
I love when Brady was like, oh yeah, such an NFL legend, a pioneer. What the fuck has Bruce Arians done that I don't know about? What makes him a legend?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I get it. You came back from cancer twice. Respect the shit out of that. Hope you stay remission free. But same time, like, What has he done on the field? Okay, don't tell me he won the Super Bowl because fucking Brady won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what did you do the year before that?
Well, I'd say Bowles won the Super Bowl more than Arians did.
I'd say Brady won the Super Bowl more than fucking Arians and Bowles.
Well, yeah, he's on the field.
Just saying. This guy, I think, is just getting too much credit. I would say he's a half-decent coach at best.
Yeah. I mean, I don't... He seemed to be respected for what he is, around the league and everything. But I don't know. I don't know what it was with Arians. I mean, he seemed like an asshole that no one really liked, but he was respected.
I think as soon as he did that thing to Antonio Brown,
he lost.
Brady was like, "I'm done with you.
I mean,
fuck you. I'm done with you."
Yeah. I wonder if that's part of the reason why he initially retired.
Here's the thing: an athlete to his stature doesn't just retire. He had zero intentions from walking away from the game. I think that was a complete bluff. And then he said, "Look, if you want me to come back, you got to get rid of Arians."
Yeah. This is interesting. This is some...
Again, maybe not.
Yeah. So I can't tell if this is an April Fool's prank. I just saw a tweet that came up. Breaking news, apparently, allegedly, it could be an April Fool's prank, but who knows? Because I'm going to say it's an April Fool's prank. LeBron just tweeted, "I'm out for the season officially. See y'all in the fall." I'm guessing that's a prank.
He said that?
He tweeted it. It's definitely a prank. Although he is hurt, he has that ankle injury, which is keeping him out.
Why would the team would say that? Not
Yeah,
him.
exactly. It's definitely a prank. I'm not falling for it. Fuck you, LeBron. I'm not falling for this shit.
Yeah, fuck you too, LeBron.
Uh-huh.
You and Sully can go fuck each other sideways.
You're not a fan of pranks, are you?
I'll tell you what I'm not a fan of. It's not the pranks that kill me. It's the fact that I fucking trusted Sully, and he earned my respect. Now he's down on the fucking shit piles.
Yeah.
I fucking try to take care of Sully during the day. I try to fucking make sure that I'm flexible with him. And how does he repay me? By fucking with me. Where's the respect for your elders?
Where is the respect for your elders? Sully has no respect.
No respect.
No respect.
None.
Yeah. All right, let's see what else we got talking about. Speaking of the Buccaneers, Antonio Brown says...
I can't stand this.
No.
This drives me nuts.
Did you see this report? Antonio Brown says he won't undergo ankle surgery until a team signs him and pays for the surgery.
So, well, here's the thing. If it technically happening with the Bucs, wouldn't they have to pay for it?
I think don't players have health insurance? I guess he's still part of the Players Association, even if he's not.
Yeah, wouldn't they pay for the fucking surgery?
I'd think so.
Because technically it happened when he was with them. He said, I hurt my ankle with the Bucs. Wouldn't the Bucs be responsible to do that?
Yeah.
And no offense, it's not like you can't afford your own fucking
Oh
surgery.
yeah, of course. It's a principle thing for him.
And here's the thing, you're fucking yourself over because the longer you wait, the more time you're going to miss if you even get on the field in the first place.
Yep. Yeah, the LeBron thing's a fucking hoax.
Everything's a fucking hoax.
Yep.
Everything's a fucking lie. Might as well call it April Lie Day or April Sully's a piece of shit day.
Yeah, that's but what was I saying? Yeah, I hate Antonio Brown so much.
Oh, he's a piece of shit.
He's a massive piece of shit. I hope he doesn't get another job in the NFL.
Somebody's going to because the talent is just too much to ignore.
Yeah, definitely. I
mean, here's the thing. We said this before. If Ray Rice, theoretically, he did not play again after that incident, but according to the NFL, he was only going to get 2 games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tyreek Hill just signed for fucking $120 million and literally broke his kid's arm for fun.
Yeah.
Talk about a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I don't care how fast you are, how good you are. You're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Same with Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown, you could argue if Antonio Brown, let's say Antonio Brown wasn't Antonio Brown and was just, even keel and just did whatever he had to do, you could argue he'd be a top 5 wide receiver of all time.
Yeah. I mean, if he kept playing,
I'm saying
he had one of his. I mean, I don't know if I'm top 5.
I'm saying if he kept playing.
I think that's a tough thing to say, only because I don't think skill wise he's definitely not better than Calvin Johnson, not better than Jerry Rice, not better than Randy Moss. Those 3 are the top 3 wide receivers of all time. I don't know. In his peak, he put up some of the great.
He was unbelievable.
He was unbelievable. His speed, his hands, his physicality, his.
And he stayed on the field. As soon as he got hit by
Vontae Burfict,
fucking
yeah.
bullshit fucking knees.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna call him that.
Yeah. Package. Yep.
What's going on here? Hello. Hey,
Yeah.
thanks, Ian. Appreciate it.
So yeah, I mean, maybe you can make that case. I don't know.
See you later on.
But yeah, I think he could have definitely been one of the greatest wide receivers of all time. And he's a piece of shit. He couldn't, keep his off the field stuff together. And yeah, just a piece of shit.
I still think he'll get in the Hall of Fame despite all this.
I think he'll be a Hall of Famer. I think
he'll still get in besides all this shit.
Speaking of Hall of Fame, this isn't even the topics. The NBA Hall of Fame was announced last night.
As soon as I saw Hardaway, I thought of you because I was thinking for some reason Penny Hardaway.
No, it's Tim Hardaway.
Yeah, Tim.
Yeah.
I just didn't see the first name.
Yeah, Tim Hardaway Sr. finally makes the Hall of Fame. Manu Ginobili makes the Hall of Fame. And Bob Higgins, the West Virginia coach, he's also a Hall of Famer now. A lot of people. I mean, the NBA Hall of Fame.
I thought that was only a college Hall of Fame. Why is he getting in the actual Hall of Fame?
It's just the basketball Hall of Fame.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So that means Coach K's got to be in the fucking regular one, too.
I think he already is.
Yeah.
There's no NBA Hall of Fame. There's just the basketball Hall of Fame, which is why.
So technically, baseball, is that the MLB Hall of Fame?
Yes.
And NFL is the NFL Hall of Fame,
yes. Right? It's a Pro Football Hall of Fame. And baseball, baseball is not every player in baseball is in the Hall. What played in Major League Baseball. It's also the Baseball Hall of Fame. Okay. But in basketball, I think it's a Pro Football Hall of Fame, so that means no college football will be in it because it's a College Football Hall of Fame separately. And I don't think any college players in the NFL and the MLB have made it into the Hall of Fame. But you have Negro League players who've made it, like Josh Gibson. I mean, Satchel Paige made it. He played in the MLB though. But you have plenty of Cool Papa Bell. You have a good amount of Negro League players who have made the Hall of Fame for baseball, which is good. And MLB has also decided to count those stats in Major League stats, which is they did that last year, which is a whole thing to recognize Negro League players as professional players, which is also cool to see. There is also the Negro League Hall of Fame in a museum, I guess, in Kansas City, which I've always wanted to go to. It seems like a really cool museum. But to answer your question, the long-winded way, basketball Hall of Fame is all basketball. So that's why a lot of players who, weren't necessarily great in the NBA make it because they had great college careers or whatever.
Gotcha.
But yeah, Tim Hardaway, Manu Ginobili, former WNBA forward Swin Cash, George Karl, and Bob Huggins.
George Karl got in a while ago, no?
No. I don't know why George Karl made it. He seems like also a piece of shit from everything that I've said.
Isn't he dead?
No.
Oh, I'm thinking of Flip Saunders.
Yeah, he's dead. George Karl seems like, people don't like him. People don't like playing for him. I remember the Boogie stuff. He's had
Nuggets.
Nuggets when he was the Nuggets coach. I don't know. But yeah, NBA Hall of Fame announced last night. Yeah, that's kind of it. See what else we got. We got a lot of topics. Jim Irsay believes the Carson Wentz era was a mistake in Indianapolis.
I love that you just come out and just flat out say it. It's just fucking no shit. It was a mistake. You fucking traded him. Why do you have to come out and say it? You fucking clearly understood that it was a mistake. So fucking just move on. Why you solved the problem? You brought in Matt Ryan. You brought in an upgrade. Just fucking move on. Why are we turning this into
how much is Matt Ryan an upgrade over Carson Wentz?
I think he's not much of an upgrade.
Current Matt
Ryan, definitely
an
upgrade, but
I don't know. I might be just
number one. He'll stay on the field.
I mean, Wentz played every game this year.
Did he really?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he played most of the season. He has the thing hit for the Eagles. The thing where if he played 70.
What a steal!
Yeah,
trade him for a first-round pick.
Oh yeah,
what a steal!
I mean, they only got a third-round pick back from this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, but Jim Irsay never really wanted to shy away from the media. Said, I think the worst thing you can do is have a mistake and keep trying to live with it going forward. For us, it was something we had to move away from as a franchise. It was very obvious.
He's a clown.
Irsay? Yeah.
He's a fucking clown.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a clown. Speaking of quarterback situations, it seems like Baker Mayfield might be staying in Cleveland.
How the fuck is that possible?
I don't know.
You're gonna have like $40 million worth of quarterbacks on your team.
Yeah.
Even more than that, probably.
Yeah. It's gonna be, I mean, who knows what's gonna happen with Watson next year? You know.
Maybe that's why they'll keep him.
Maybe.
They might just think they might lose him for half the season.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna get suspended. It's a question of how many games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it 4 games? Is it 8 games? It won't be more than 8 games, but it'll be something.
Mm-hmm.
But still, I'd rather get rid of the money.
And
Get
then
something for him than to fucking hold on to him and drag it
lose him
out
free
another
agent.
year.
The thing is, I don't think they can get really anything for him right now. His value's so low.
Anything is better than nothing.
Would you rather have him for 8 games this season, your starting quarterback, where you'll be competitive and still have a good chance to win, versus getting like a 5th, 4th round pick for your 1st round pick?
Yeah, but he clearly knows he's not the guy there anymore. Is he
Yeah.
gonna really like just be team player and go, oh, I'm gonna just hand the keys? Obviously,
I mean, he's got something to prove himself too. He needs to reestablish his own value. I mean, he's got a lot to play for next year. He's got to reestablish his value so that because he's a free agent after next year.
Well, obviously the Browns. Doesn't matter if he plays at an MVP level. They're not signing him again.
No, but another team might. Like right now, his value is so low that like if you were to get a free agent deal, like if the Browns were to cut him and he was to go as a free agent, he would probably get a 1-year deal somewhere. 1 year.
1 year prove it.
1 year prove it deal. And so, let's say hypothetically, Deshaun Watson's suspended for 8 games next year. You have 8 games to prove it. You get the payroll. You're getting paid what you get paid currently for 8 games to prove your value. I don't know. I think he'd come out and play. There's a lot to prove.
Yeah. I mean, if he kept them in the hunt and then Deshaun Watson took over, then obviously that would be his job. Just keep him in the hunt. But.
Yeah. Exactly. Anyway, that's football. We got a lot of sprinkling of football news this week. Moving on to some baseball news. A trade was made today. I don't know if you saw this, Nick. White Sox and Dodgers swing a trade. Craig Kimbrough going to L.A. for A.J. Pollock. Pretty much a 1-for-1 trade.
A.J. Pollock, that's weird. Why would they must want to just dump his money. He's no good anymore?
So they're owed about the same amount of money, Kimbrough and...
So it's just a swap.
It's just a straight-up swap. Their thought process is, like, to them, they have plenty of outfield. They wanted to find Gavin Lux at bats, and their infield's pretty crowded.
So they're going to throw Lux in the outfield.
They'll probably throw Lux in left field. He played a little bit of left field last year.
Isn't he a nasty fucking second baseman or shortstop? Second base? Gavin Lux?
He's second base, yeah. I don't know.
Who the hell's playing second base for them? Turner's at short.
Yeah, let me just reestablish. Muncy? No, Muncy will play DH.
Oh, no, hell DH because of Friedman.
Yep. Let's pull up their projected lineup.
That might be it. Muncy might be at second.
I think Muncy will DH. They have Lux at DH at second base right now. I guess Chris Taylor. I guess that's who they're trying to find.
Have him in the outfield.
They'll probably that's what they're probably going to do. They probably are going to have Chris Taylor play second, and this gives them Lux some more ABs because now Taylor can move to the outfield. That's what it is.
You're going to have to give Turner some time at DH too because he's getting old too.
He still plays a pretty good third base. Very serviceable. I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, you could put Freddie Freeman at third base. He plays a little third.
He's a nasty first baseman.
He is a nasty first baseman.
I wouldn't fuck with that at all.
So the problem with the Dodgers doing this is they're putting a lot of faith in Cody Bellinger. I don't know if you've been paying attention to Cody Bellinger's spring, but it has been bad. Very, very bad. Let me pull up his spring stats right now, so we can talk about them.
Do you realize that if Cody Bellinger was Cody Bellinger like 3 years ago,
How much better?
You would not stop that team.
Oh no, that team would be
You
unstoppable.
would not stop that team.
I think Bellinger's broken. I think he can't be fixed. I worry about him because like I've said this before about his shoulder stuff, but like that's what happened to him was his shoulder injury. Let's see. So Cody Bellinger this spring, he is batting in 28 at-bats, 27 at-bats. He has struck out 17 times. That's tough. Batting 148 with no home runs, 4 hits, no extra base hits. I mean, yeah, it's spring training, but yikes. I mean, this dude in 2019 was an MVP.
Could you just imagine if they had Cody Bellinger from 19 with Betts and Free? Oh my word! not saying that lineup isn't disgusting now, but oh my word.
Yeah.
You bet a whole Bellinger at least gives you 75% of what he was, and then that'd be a success.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. So that's good. I mean that's the trade. I like it for the White Sox because they desperately needed a corner outfielder. I think they were going with Adam Engel out there. So they need an outfielder. Pollock's a good guy to get for that. Yeah, I like the trade for the White Sox.
That's
Kimbrough.
the replacement for Jensen, right?
Yeah. Kimbrough shores up the back end of that bullpen. It's a good trade.
Seems
At this
he's
exact
been in the
moment.
league forever.
Kimbrough?
Yeah,
He's played for a lot of teams.
I know.
Let's see if I can name them all. Started with the Braves, then was traded to the Padres, then went to the Red Sox, then went to the Cubs, then
White Sox.
to the White Sox, now to the
Dodgers.
Dodgers. Yeah, he's just bounced around a lot. I mean, he's close to a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I would just say that. Yeah, he's
I-
got a couple years left in his tank.
Yeah, he needs his first decade in the league, he was
was
one of
untouchable.
the best closers of all time in terms of statistics, better than Mariano Rivera numbers. But then he fell off after 18, and that really bad 19 that kind of fucked up his stats.
Red Sox got rid of him at the perfect time.
Oh yeah, I mean you could tell he was a little bit cooked in that postseason. Yeah, and then they didn't sign until June, which really fucked him up.
Well, I say even beforehand, they put Chris Sale in there over him to close out the game for the World Series.
Yeah.
What did that tell you?
Yeah. Let's see. So from 2010 to 2018, Craig Kimbrough had a 191 ERA. He had 868 strikeouts in 532 and two-thirds innings, which is good for a strikeout per 9 of 14.7. It's pretty fucking good. He was so good. And then since then, he's been pretty
I feel
blah.
like he's been in the league for 15 years.
2010 was his first season. Yeah.
It feels so much longer than that.
Yeah. So
He's got
we'll see how this turns out. This is also the second time that Craig Kimbrough was traded a week before opening day, because that trade from the Padres to the his Braves Padres trade was done the day of opening day. I remember that. Yeah, that's tough.
Imagine that. You close out the first game for the team. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You close the game, but you've been traded.
See you later. Yeah, I mean we're under a week away from opening day, 6 days.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting stuff. And that will be announced as a new rule actually today, and this is a good one. You saw this?
Yeah, they have to announce the shit to the fans.
Yeah, so MLB umpires to actually announce replay results in-game in 2022, similar to how NFL does it with their replay. Umpire gets mic'd up, he'll explain what happened, and so that the fans can know. It's a simple thing that should have been done, when they initially started replay, because it's very confusing to kind of know what they're looking at, what's the play, because some plays there could be 3 things they look at. But, yeah, I think this is a no-brainer.
Oh, for sure.
An absolute no-brainer. They should have done this years ago. Yeah.
For sure, I agree with you.
Yeah. So that's good. I got nothing more really to say about that.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to elaborate more on that.
Yeah. They're just letting the umps speak.
Imagine your boy Joe West if he was still on.
I wonder why Joe West wouldn't want this, because he retired this year, and now they implement this rule. It seems like something Joe West would have wanted, so he could just kind of chirp at people on air. But, yeah, it'll be fun to have Angel Hernandez step up to the mic and just everyone just boo him while he's speaking.
Jim Joyce. That was not a perfect game. He was out. Safe.
Yeah. Man, that fucking play, man.
Oh, my word. That was fucking brutal.
Andres Galarraga.
Got fucked.
It's crazy that over, from 2010 to 2012, there were 3 perfect games and then that almost perfect game. And since 2012, there has not been a perfect game. So it's been almost a decade. A lot of no-hitters. No perfect games. I wonder why that is. Why have there been no perfect games in baseball?
You realize how hard it is to shut out a team for 20 straight.
Oh, yeah. It's really hard. Of course it
Because
is.
you got to remember, those guys are professional hitters, too.
Yeah. But, why was it in 3 years? It was just coincidence. In 3 years, there's a lot of perfect games, and then we've gone a decade without them. And you think about it with all the no-hitters, too. One of them was bound to be a perfect game, just the pure number. We had 9 no-hitters last year. Oh, interesting. I don't know why that is. I think I have a theory actually. So the only times I can think of a perfect game recently, or pitcher getting close to a perfect game, there was Max Scherzer when in 2015 he threw 2 no-hitters in that year, and both of those were insanely close to perfect games. The first one he lost with 2 outs in the 9th on a hit batter. I don't know. Have you ever seen that play? Because that play was in my head always. Jose Tabata was up, last batter of the game. The ball comes a little bit inside. Tabata sticks his elbow out, gets plunked, give him first base. Next guy flies out. Absolutely brutal. And then the other time he had a 17 strikeout no-hitter in late October against the Mets that the only batter to reach was on an error, which is tough. So I wonder if the rise in walks and the rise of strikeouts have contributed to the lack of perfect games. Now, I have to look at data and stuff and numbers and whatever, but the fact that there was, did Roy Halladay throw a perfect game in 09? So you had Roy Halladay throw a perfect game in 09. You had Philip Umber throw a perfect game. You had Dallas Braden throw a perfect game. You had Felix Hernandez throw a perfect game. All 4. There have been 20 perfect games in Major League history, and 4 of them happened in like a 4-year stretch. And then we've got a decade without them. Let me look up the list of perfect games. So, I don't know. I wonder why it's just kind of disappeared. I'd love to see a perfect game. They're so cool. Let's see. Perfect games. I don't know. Yeah. Has there ever been a stretch like this where you haven't had a perfect game? So, from 1968 to 1981, there was no perfect games. Yeah. So that's the longest stretch, I think, in baseball. You had between Jim Catfish Hunter and Len Barker. You got all these guys are so random who's throwing perfect games. You got like some guys like, that David Cohn, Randy Johnson, Mark Burley. Oh, you had Mark Burley too. That's right. So yeah, in 2009 you had Mark Burley. 2010 you had Dallas Braden and Roy Halladay. 2012 you had Philip Umber, Matt Cain, and Felix Hernandez. I forgot about Matt Cain too. And then none since. Crazy.
Yep, it's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
That's for damn sure.
Yep.
They find a needle in a haystack.
All right, let's see what else we got. We got a couple more football topics, and then we got some football to talk about. We've kind of passed over this. We started talking about this before the show started, about DK Metcalf.
This is fucking crazy.
DK Metcalf is the wildest diet I think I've ever heard for a pro athlete. So apparently, according to DK Metcalf, he was on Kevin Garnett's podcast this week, and that dude is absolutely jacked, absolutely shredded.
He's got like 3% body fat.
Yeah. So, but you have to wonder how he does it when this is his diet.
God gifted, that's what.
So this is what he said. He eats 1 meal a day, drinks 1 coffee, and eats like 3 or 4 bags of candy. And that's what he eats. So this is what he says. So after his morning workout routine, he gets coffee that holds him until 4 or 5 p.m. He then orders water and candies, gummies, lifesavers, and Skills, for example, around 4:30 before eating dinner at 8 or 9 in the evening and then sleeping. You believe this diet? Where does he get his protein in?
I mean, why would he make that up?
Yeah.
There's no leverage for him to make that up.
How does he get that shredded with that diet?
I have no idea. I'd love to fucking
eat like that. Well, he doesn't eat until 4:30.
I was gonna say, I would be eating more than that, but I'm just saying that I don't know. I don't care if that dinner was enormous too. And that's the other thing too. That's awful for you to eat that late at night too, because the shit just sits in your stomach all night.
Yeah, I don't know. It's seems
there's
gross.
no reason why he would
make that up. Yeah. This seems such a bad diet, but you know what?
It's working.
It works for him. I mean, maybe I can try that diet. Should I go a week with that diet and see if I look like DK Metcalf?
Yeah.
That'd be something. I don't think I could make it a week with that diet.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
That's
I can't.
the thing,
Like
he ain't
after
no
you.
small guy either.
Yeah. After he works out, how does he not eat after a workout?
I don't know.
Like, how do you build muscle?
I was gonna say you got to feel your muscles after
Yeah.
you eat.
I mean, I know that from watching you, Nick. How much the steak you eat after you work out? Just go through like a pound of steak.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right away.
Yeah, seems
Those muscles.
wild. But speaking of not eating, I guess is my transition from here. An ex-Dolphins running back, Robert Conrad, had to swim 16 hours after falling off a boat in order to survive.
16 hours?
16 hours. So here's the story on this guy. So Rob Conrad played 6 years in the NFL as fullback, but for some reason this story is just coming out now. Oh, this is an old story. I don't know why Casey told me to put this in. This is very old. This story happened in 2015, and then the reporting on it was in 2020. I don't know. We're not talking about this. It's too old. Scratch that topic. Sorry, everyone. If you want to read about it, it's an old topic. We're not going to talk about old news. This is a new news podcast only. So speaking of new news, this just happened right before we started the show. World Cup draw are announced, so the pools of who's going to play who in the World Cup is announced. And United States is taking on England in their first round matchups. For the first time, I think they've never played pool play before. So the United States, they're in Pool B. Let me look up World Cup draw, because that literally was just happening right now. But so the U.S. is playing in Group B, which the World Cup's not happening until much later in the year because it's in Qatar, where it's going to be very fucking hot. The tournament's going to take place in November and December of this year in a shorter time frame of just 28 days. But the United States will be playing England, Iran, and then one of Wales, Scott, or Ukraine in their group. Tough draw. Actually, not really tough draw. United States actually never lost to England in the World Cup. I saw that. So this won't be happening until November, which sucks because I like Summer World Cup. But it'll be fun to have like a late November World Cup. But yeah, so among other groups, Italy didn't even make the World Cup this year for the second time in a row. You have interesting group is Group E. You got Spain and Germany in the same group with Japan and either Costa Rica or New Zealand. You've got, Netherlands has a cakewalk playing Ecuador, Senegal, and Qatar. Group C is interesting. Not really. I don't know. Viewers, I'm going to be honest. I know a little about soccer, not too much. Viewers, what group do you think is the most interesting of these? If you've done your World Cup research, drop in the comments. We'll talk about it. Let me know which group is your favorite. Your favorite group. Which group do you think is the most interesting? So that's the World Cup. I'm excited for it. It's always fun. You like the World Cup, Nick?
I've never been a huge soccer guy. I played it when I was younger, but haven't really caught up with soccer in a long time.
I only really watch Euro Cup sometimes, but I'll watch the World Cup. It's always fun. But yeah, U.S. England, the oldest rivalry. It should be a fun match. Yeah,
sure will be.
Let's see what else we're talking about. Oh, I forgot to talk about this in baseball. Jacob DeGrom getting that MRI on that shoulder.
Always something with him.
Yeah.
It's always something with him.
Yeah, so Jacob DeGrom most likely will be out opening day. He's getting an MRI on his shoulder. It does not look like he'll be able to start opening day, and that, it's always something. You're right. It's always something with him. He can't stay healthy, and that was one of the things. That's one of the things that, when you look at this Mets team, how it's constructed, you're relying a lot on old pitching. DeGrom's up there in age. He's 33. Scherzer's 37. It's hard to rely on the health, especially a guy like Scherzer who's pitched so many innings, a guy like DeGrom who hasn't stayed healthy the past couple of years. You're really built a rotation that's built off of age. But they're some of the best age you can get. Don't get me wrong.
It's big names. That's what it is.
But they're also, I'd say both players are still, DeGrom's definitely squarely in his peak. It's going to be the health that keeps him out of it. I don't know. I think this is the beginning of the problems that the Mets are going to suffer from this year. They don't have much rotation depth. They don't have much Yeah, behind Scherzer, they have got 4 starters who are really good, and then 5 through 8 are just like mediocre. And so you lose DeGrom or Scherzer. It's a weirdly constructed team as well. Like them, the Phillies, they're both kind of oddly constructed because they're very top heavy. So I don't know. I'm moving off the Mets already. The Mets bandwagon's over. The wheels are already coming out. Speaking of the Mets, though, this is a new tweet. The Mets are doing an old timers game, where the old players come back and they do like a mini game. Yoenis Cespedes and Bartolo Colon are both coming back to play in the old timers game.
Maybe they'll stay healthy. Maybe he'll stay healthy for that game.
That's crazy that Cess is already like considered an old timer. I mean, that dude was in the major leagues 2 years ago. He's 36 years old. He's 36. Yeah, I guess he's up
Still
there.
play if he was healthy.
Yeah. But yeah, him and Bartolo both playing. Bartolo's gonna be great in that. I'm excited for that.
Oh, he'll eat that shit up.
Oh yeah. The fans will love that. Cool. All right, that's enough sports talk for today. I don't really have any more sports things to talk about. Let's see what else we got to talk about, though. Bruce Willis. This happened a day or two ago. Bruce Willis announces his retirement from acting.
Really?
Yeah, due to aphasia diagnosis. So aphasia is a pretty terrible illness where you can't process the words in your mind, so you just lose speech. Yeah, it's really terrible.
Yeah, it's something you can't do as an actor.
No. But sad stuff that Bruce Willis is retiring.
It's tough.
Yeah. What would you say is your favorite Bruce Willis movie or role?
I loved him in Die Hard.
Oh, yeah. John McClane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was great.
You ever see Die Hard 3?
Is that the Vengeance one?
That's the one Samuel Jackson, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
That's great. That's my favorite one. I like that more than original.
Yeah.
I love Bruce Willis and Sam Jackson are great together. The whole
Samuel L. Jackson in that one.
Yeah, it's like, what was it, 95? Yeah. That was right after he did Pulp Fiction with Bruce Willis as well. But yeah, I love that movie. I love how they kind of changed the character of John McClane from this badass to this kind of, pathetic person in the beginning, and then he builds his arc back up. Jeremy Irons is great in it. It's Jeremy Irons, right? I think it's Jeremy Irons, if I recall correctly. Yeah, Bruce. That's my favorite Bruce Willis movie. Yeah, but it's sad. And then other actor news: Jim Carrey might be retiring too.
He's retiring?
So he's considering, very, very seriously considering retiring after Sonic the Hedgehog 2 comes out. So his last movie might be Sonic the Hedgehog 2. But the other Jim Carrey thing was what he said about Will Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was fucking pissed about that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that in the beginning were kind of like they could see where he was coming from, and now they're like, yeah, he should have never done that. It's like, yeah, no fucking shit, he shouldn't have.
Did you see Chris Rock did his first stand-up set?
Yeah, he's in Boston.
He's in Boston. He was like, I had nothing really for this. I'm still processing what happened. I had a whole hour set prepared. I'm going to stick to my material. But crazy shit. He comes out and says, so how was everyone else's weekend? Yeah, everyone just loses it.
Oh, he's gonna have a little fun with it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He's gonna eat this up.
Oh, yeah, for sure. There's no reason why he
Just
wouldn't.
getting slapped in the face is obviously whatever. His publicity just went.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's good for him. There's literally, it's a win-win for Chris Rock. Like, there's no harm in what he, like, no one.
And I think you just saw the end of Will Smith in acting.
You think so?
You really think someone's gonna fucking bring him on now?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if this is the end of Will Smith's career. It's hard to gauge.
Oh, it's gonna be a while.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably. I mean, again, 20 minutes after this happened, he won Best Actor. Like, he won the award for the Best Actor of the Year. Which has me believe, like, he's too big of a name. Some guys are too big. And, like...
That's why he wasn't... That's why when they said you have to leave and he didn't leave,
yeah,
they weren't going to force it. So.
No, they're not going to bring him out in handcuffs. That would look a lot worse. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see what else we got to talk about. Bruce Willis, Jim Carrey, Will Smith. That's all the entertainment stuff. We got a lot of articles. I'm not going to read the headline because the last time I read headlines and without reading the article, I've been burned. So this seems interesting. So I'm going to open it and read the article. Okay. So a Georgia cop has been fired due to having sex in his uniform, and an R-rated and X-rated TikToks has been posted. So a Georgia cop, yep, a Georgia cop pulled off on a quiet road, walked around back and started having sex with someone while in uniform. But someone high up in a nearby tower started filming and uploaded the videos to TikTok, where they reached over 15 million views. Yeah, he's not fired, but he quit due to that.
Sure, they said you got to quit or we're getting rid of you.
Yep. That's crazy. Let's see. All right. Yeah.
You couldn't have just waited until your shift was over.
He seemed to be a piece of shit cop too. Just reading all the things, he's been like brought up in charges multiple times. So.
He was still a cop.
Yeah. I mean,
that just tells you everything you need to know right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if you're being charged as a cop and you're still a cop, how are they ever going to learn?
Yeah. No, very good point. I mean, you're not wrong. We don't need to get into the full. Yeah.
We're not going to go down this dark.
We're not going to go down this road, but yeah, it's he had a lot of misconduct in the past, but yeah, apparently having sex while in uniforms, the straw that breaks the camel's back.
I guess so.
Yeah.
PP gets happy, your pension goes out the door.
Oh, yeah.
Bye-bye.
Oh, excuse me. Let's see what else we got. This is an article that says, "Finding Love on a Greyhound Bus." That's not a good article. I'm not talking about that. I don't know. I got nothing else. We kind of ran through all the topics.
You got any comments? Maybe we'll just end a couple minutes early.
Yeah, I'll do one. Maybe. All right. Oh, we can start this conversation. This weekend, Final Four. We got 2 games on Saturday night. We should talk about this.
All right.
We got Duke versus UNC, and we've got Villanova versus Kansas. Again, four major basketball programs. Duke UNC will be quite the game. I mean, I'm excited for that game. I'm missing it. I'm going to the Bruins game Saturday. I bought these tickets way ahead of time. Nick, who do you think wins the Duke UNC game?
I do believe that North Carolina is going to beat Duke.
Yeah?
For some reason, I think North Carolina has their number. I mean, they beat them. I mean, the only thing I could see is that, you know, Coach K is like, you're not ending my fucking career after you beat me on my freaking last day there at Duke or whatever. So, I mean, I could see that, but I'm going to go with North Carolina.
Yeah, I think I'm taking Duke. I think, I don't know. I said Nova was going to win it all in a video that's coming out later today or tomorrow. I changed my mind. It's going to be Duke. They're going to win it all.
You really think they're going to do it for Coach K thing?
Yeah, I think. I just think they got the smell. They're playing good basketball, playing very inspired ball. Villanova lost one of their best players. They lost 13 points a game. I mean, Kansas could do it. They've got the size to play against anyone. So
you're saying pretty much whoever wins the North Carolina Duke game is probably going to win the whole thing?
I mean, I guess you can't. I don't know. It's tough. All 4 teams are very good, and you can make a very strong case. I don't think UNC wins that game. I have a hard time seeing UNC winning that game. I mean, you got Baycott, you got Manic. You need your guards to step up. I mean, the UNC is 5 deep. That's the problem. They're 4 deep, really. I'm not counting Leaky Black as a real option for them. So they're really just a 4 deep rotation. If one of those guys goes down, one of those guys, is ejected with 10 minutes left in the game or whatever, that's going to be a problem. They're a shallow team. I think Duke's got the depth. They've got the star talent to compete. I mean, in the tournament, you only need 4 guys, but I don't know. I think Duke's too talented. I think Duke wins. Then you've got next game, Nova, Kansas. Nova lost one of their best players last week with an Achilles tear, which sucks. What? Woo! Who was it? Who was it? Justin Moore. Kansas is a really good unit. Nova's plays some of the best defense in the country. Who do you take in this game?
I mean, you said their best player is off of Villanova?
Not their best player. but a very solid player for them. Yeah, just one of their starters.
Still give me Villanova.
Yeah.
Give him to me.
I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. They're tough games. Tough games to call. I don't feel confident about any of these.
You're not going to bet on these games, are you?
Probably. Gotta bet.
I mean, that's a certain with you, Kevin. That's not even a debate with you.
I mean, I made some good money last weekend.
You got the women's tonight.
Yeah, the women's games tonight. Kevin, you want to talk about the women's game a little bit?
They're nasty.
Yeah. So you got UConn, South Carolina.
Yeah, it's UConn. It's
Here, come here.
South Carolina versus Louisville, and then UConn versus Stanford. And each of the teams have they got their duo on their team, like these two players that are absolutely nasty. Yeah, they have another player on UConn that's really good. I think it's their backcourt that's really good. Yeah. And then for Stanford, they have really good bigs, and then South Carolina has the best player in the country. She went to Worcester Academy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she played against Marianapolis.
Oh, funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think South Carolina wins it all. I mean, in the women's game, it's usually who has the best player wins it all.
Yeah.
I'm not betting no Gino. No
Yeah.
way.
I wouldn't either.
I
mean, they've also got a possible best player in the country
Exactly.
too. Paige Buckets.
She had some award that she got.
Well, she came
Most
back-
outstanding player, something like that.
Yeah, she had a big injury this year too.
That's probably why UConn's the number 2 seed, because they went down a little bit when she was gone. And then, I mean, they're playing like a number 1 seed.
Yeah.
NC State was the other number 1 seed that they took out in double OT
I was
last
watching highlights of that yesterday. It was a sick game.
We were talking about it, and it's like the competition level is so in those top tier teams, and it's like when these teams go after each other, and usually it's in the Final Four, it's absolutely electric. And the way that women's plays, I mean, they're all about fundamental basketball, pushing the pace. Whoever gets the most fast break points is probably going to win the game. You don't want to be stuck in a defensive set, playing against a defensive set, because they play really good defense. So it's all about the fast break points.
You gonna watch tonight, Kevin?
I'm going to watch. I'm going to watch for sure. I'm really excited. I think both games are going to go into OT.
Is the final Sunday?
I would think so.
Yeah, probably.
I would think so. I don't really know, but yeah, going to be a great set of games, and then it's a good warm up for the men's games on Saturday. Really excited for that.
That's exciting. Thanks, Kevin, for the women's
you, Kevin.
for women's basketball. So who are you taking to win it all?
I'm going UConn.
UConn?
I'm going UConn. Paige is nasty.
She is
I mean,
nasty.
the South Carolina girl, Aaliyah Boston, is absolutely disgusting too. Absolutely. She reminds me of Tim Duncan, kind of, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going with UConn.
I think I'm going to South Carolina.
I like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just can't bet against Gino.
You can't. It's hard to.
Not doing it.
Yeah. I had a couple questions in the comments. So going back to so we have, you said Nova. I think we had opposite picks. I said Kansas. So
Except Kansas.
yeah, cool. So that's college basketball. Excited for this weekend of games. Zach asked, a resident Bruin fan, "Hey Johnny, since you're going to the Bruins game, you excited to go?" I have never been to a Bruins game before, so I'm excited for that. Have you been to a Bruins game?
I never have.
No. Have you ever been to the Garden?
Yes. I've
Yeah.
been to the Garden, but I've never been to a Celtics game the year before the pandemic
Gotcha.
when Kyrie was still in town.
Yeah. No, I was at the Garden a few weeks ago for a concert. Yeah, I've been to hockey games at the.
You've never been to the Garden?
I've been to the Garden.
Oh, okay.
I've been a fair amount of times. I've never been to. I've been to a hockey game at the Garden too. I saw the Bean Pot. That's the old college tournament between Northeastern, Harvard, BU, and BC.
Talk about some great fucking hockey.
Oh yeah, Northeastern's got great hockey. That's the only thing we've got going for us. But I'm excited. I don't even know who they're playing tomorrow. I don't even know who's going tomorrow.
The baseball team plays against the fucking really good
Red
teams.
Sox
They
every
just
year.
get fucking-
We had a good stretch this year. We beat some really good teams early in the year. Yeah. Let's see what other questions we got. Anyone watch the new Marvel series? I actually checked out Moon Knight, which is the new series. Weird, and not a good way. I mean, it's trying to be a lot. It's like Venom almost, but it's more like Venom, as my roommate says. Venom meets what was it? Memento meets Hulk, and it's trying to do too much. I'm gonna keep watching, but let's see what other
I have
comments.
not watched the Marvels. Have not.
Yeah, have you ever seen any of them?
Oh, I've definitely seen them. I just haven't seen these recently.
No, you don't need to. I mean, they're fun. They're whatever. Who do you guys have winning the NBA Finals?
NBA Finals, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Who's number one in the West right now?
The Suns, and it's not even close. They've absolutely run away with the
know what?
competition.
I think this is the year Chris Paul gets his ring.
I think so too.
I think I'm gonna go with the Suns.
I think I'm going Bucks. I think it's gonna be a rematch of last year. I think they're the two best teams. I think the Bucks. I think hard to stop Giannis in the East. I think there's no one in the East who can stop him. Apparently, I saw a report that the Sixers players are mad at Doc Rivers, like they don't like him. Yeah, I don't know what it is with Doc Rivers.
I think he just irks people after a while.
Yeah,
Wouldn't be surprised there's a coaching change there at the end of the year.
I mean, it depends how far they go. If they don't make it to the conference finals, he's fired. He's gone, for sure. But if they make it to the conference, if they don't make it to the championships, I think he's gone out, honestly. Try to get a new, fresh, what is this, 2 years now he's been there? And last year they were absolutely embarrassed in the playoffs by the Hawks. And so, yeah, I don't know.
Hard now, too.
Yeah, you got to win this year. You got to at least make the finals this year if you're Doc. So, yeah, but I think the Bucks win it all. That's my pick. Let's see. Yeah, I did think the Suns were going to fall off. You're right. I was wrong. I was very wrong about the Suns. Let's see. What else? We'll do one more question, then we'll wrap it up. Let's see. We'll do more. We'll talk more about this next Wednesday. We're gonna have be on the lookout for that. It's just gonna be me and Nick next Wednesday. We'll have a full MLB preview show for half the show, talking about a lot of MLB stuff. But the question is, who's going to the World Series this year? Early World Series prediction. Well, not even that early. It's just World Series prediction.
Early season.
Early season World Series prediction. What do you got?
Tune in on Wednesday to find out.
Ooh, a teaser.
I ain't giving you
teaser.
nothing.
A teaser.
I ain't giving you nothing right now.
I like it.
Watch the show to find out.
Yep. All right. I think that's all we got for today. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching the show. Should we? No. So yeah, WrestleMania is this weekend. Someone's putting in the comments. If you want to watch WrestleMania predictions, you can go check out John Dante's newest video on, I don't know if it's on the main account or on their channel, but they make their WrestleMania predictions. I think it's coming out either today or came out yesterday. Don't know the exact thing, but Big Nick, you want to hit us with the outro?
Sure will. Johnny, it was always a pleasure. Make sure you like and subscribe, turn your notifications on. Have a safe and happy weekend. Hope you do some fun stuff, watch some basketball, or whatever it is that you want to do. We'll be back here on Monday at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. That's a wrap.